Hey there, YouTube. It's Nate here again, and well, earlier today, I got a great new idea for a running segment, and well, I've gotten it in my head that it'd be a good idea to try to read a lot more of the Icelandic sagas, both in preparation for some college courses I want to take, and also just because they're awesome. But as any of you who have ever read any of the sagas knows very well, they're a little tough to get through by yourself, so I figure why go it alone if I don't have to? I'm going to drag you guys along with me. So once every day or so I'm going to try to post me reading aloud a chapter from one of the sagas, and hopefully we'll see how long it takes us to go through all of them, one chapter at a time. So without further ado, here is Nate's Lore Vlog, Part 1. The Story of Burnt Njal, Chapter 1, of Fiddle Mord. There was a man named Mord, whose surname was Fiddle. He was the son of Sigvat the Red, and he dwelt at the Vale in the Rung River Vales. He was a mighty chief, and a great taker-up of lawsuits, and so great a lawyer that no judgments were thought lawful unless he had a hand in them. He had an only daughter named Una. She was fair, courteous, and a gifted woman, and that was thought the best match in all of the Rung River Vales. Now the story turns westward to the Broadfirth Dales, where at Hauskildsteda in Laxriverdale dwelt a man named Hauskuld, who was Dalakol's son, and his mother's name was Thorgerda. He had a brother named Hrut, who dwelt at Hrutstead. He was of the same mother as Hauskuld, but his father's name was Hiriolf. Hrut was handsome, tall, and strong, well skilled in arms, and mild of temper. He was one of the wisest of men, stern towards his foes, but a good counselor on great matters. It happened once that Hauskuld bade his friends to a feast, and his brother Hrut was there and sat next to him. Hauskuld had a daughter named Hallgerda, who was playing on the floor with some other girls. She was fair of face and tall of growth, and her hair was as soft as silk. It was so long, too, that it came down to her waist. Hauskuld called out to her, "Come hither to me, daughter." So she went up to him, and he took her by the chin and kissed her, and after that she went away. Then Hauskuld said to Hrut, "What dost thou think of this maiden? Is she not fair?" Hrut held his peace. Hauskuld said the same thing to him a second time, and then Hrut answered, "Fair enough is the maid, and many will smart for it. But this I know not, whence thieves' eyes have come into our race." Then Hauskuld was wroth, and for a time the brothers saw little of each other.